As harvest time closes, the dark season approaches, magic awakens and drifts through the hills. At twilight we dance, cause mayhem and chant, giving the townsfolk a thrill. Mounting our brooms, we fly across the moon, all of the night creatures follow. The cauldron is brewing, the owls are hoo-hooing, we are what hides in the hollows.
It's the beginning of fall, which means first the vultures come, like thousands, thousands circling in the air, and then the witches.
Well, I was on White Street, and there was trick or treating, and the kids everywhere. And before I knew it, witches came out of nowhere.
I remember there was a seance in the middle of the street. But no, I think it's actually great. Brings a lot of females together, lets them do whatever witchy thing they feel like they're doing. I mean,
So every year we have this witches dance, and they dress up like for real, and try to look like the witches in your nightmares and your dreams. And they do this really odd dance from somewhere over in Germany, and man, do they get after it. So it's something that everybody needs to see.
Witches in Eureka? Mm, I don't think so. I did hear there's a casting call for witches, so if you want to send them that way. We've got 6 rehearsals. To be in this, you need to be at 5.
I've never heard of the witches dance. Clearly, I've never been in the witches dance. I just, saw the sign, heard about it, and wandered in.
Around the 17th, somewhere in there, it could be.
I know Lorna, and she begged me, but.
Your gut like in, so that when it's in, when you bump out.
Oh, there we go.
You see,
I'm not really like a dancer, but I took some classes, so I do dancing, but I mostly do hexes and spells and stuff like that.
I have dreamed of this day my entire life. I started warming up at 4 a.m. I ate my oats and then my pickled frog eggs. I proceeded to walk 2 miles. I jogged, and then I took a hot scalding bath to make sure my skin was as pickle red as it could be.
We have a couple of really competitive witches.
How much dance experience have I had? I have danced since I have been in the womb.
I have very little dance. I just like to do my own thing. Of course, I cackle daily. I flow with water.
I have been doing the witches dance since 2020. I'm a COVID witch. I feel very confident that I can generally remember most of it upon the day. We got a whole new batch of witches in there. I don't know most of these witches, but I think we've got some fresh blood. We got some fresh meat on the floor.
yeah, I'm happy to be back because it's a sweet, sweet gathering of beautiful souls able to do the witches dance. Well, last year I wasn't ready, but this year I'm going to be. It's a little rusty in the beginning, but after doing about 15 dances, I got really, really good.
Your staff.
Yeah, I shot the deer.
And you shot the deer. Wow.
Miss Lorna, she was on Facebook, and she's like one of the most famous witches around. So when I saw her posting it, I had to be part of it. It's my whole life that she's been my idol. Don't tell her I said that. I'm like her #1 fan. If I was a witch, this would be my Make-A-Witch. Like a Make-A-Witch foundation.
Get it together.
Oh, Lorna, we all love her so much because she means what she says and she says what she means. And you don't question that. You just follow.
I'm scared of Lorna. Lorna's directing style is mediocre. In fact, I think she could be a lot tougher on the women out there. What would I do differently? I would have everybody in formation. I did not see any tendus. I did not see any pliés, and there was not a proper warm-up.
Get yourself together.
Keep my ears to the ground. Listen for that raining sand, holding back my lover's mood. Do you hear the huntress crew? A bench of a huntress says blood is faded from the dunes. Turn the page, rewrite the fate. God's moon is no escape from the dirty truth. Time only heals the wounds. Time only heals the wounds. Time only heals the wounds. Not the memory.
I'm a natural. Like, I'm a natural witch. Why am I here? Like, really?
The casting call went really well. And my suggestion to them was that we had to go dig a little deeper to find that inner witch, witch them up.
No spells, no witchcraft, no ill will by these witches. Instead, they entertain people across the state by dancing in full costume.
This is a group of women that are based in Germany, and I'm really not sure of how they began the witches' dance, but for at least 7 or 8 years ago, they began performing this dance, and it just went viral, went all over the world. The first year we put it on, we only went up to White Street during Halloween, and probably did maybe 3 performances. And what has changed since then is every year approaching Halloween, we get asked by locals and visitors that come back to town, are the witches going to dance? So we're going to a belly dance workshop. It's no different to what we do. We'll see. I mean, there are some moves that some we already incorporate, but there are some moves that are very different to what we do. They do it like I got a headache. I got a headache.
The not tonight, dear.
And you get stuff, huh? So she said she would sell them for like.
We just had a belly dancing class, and definitely take what I learned and learn more and more and practice for our dances, the witches dance especially.
Spending time not just with dancing with the group of women, but also starting to develop a character for that particular year, and every year it changes. So whatever it is that means witch to each individual person, depending on how I'm feeling. And it's really through costuming. As I start developing the costuming, I start feeling more in touch with that sort of maybe mysterious, a little kind of a little secretive, little power in there.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Dylan.
Are you planning on doing the witch dance again this year?
Oh yeah, I thought you'd be holding the speaker, Brian.
Actually, I was thinking of getting a group of guys together and doing our own dance this year.
Oh, you gonna dance?
Yeah.
Ah, who's gonna hold the speaker?
So last year for the witches dance, I was invited to be the DJ and push play for the music for the dancers. This year, I've invited a bunch of men to come out and join, and we're going to come up with our own dance. Tonight is our first meeting. We're going to meet at the Grotto Spring. We'll see who shows up. Yeah, I'm not trying to take any energy or.
My personal thing with choreography dances is that I personally like after like 3 moves. I did train under Michael Jackson's team of dancers.
I'll be good for this dance experience because I went to a lot of raves and because I juggle fire.
I'm just wondering how much we incorporate this with female witches.
Yeah. I think we might do some fire dance moves, and it could translate over. I'm really hoping.
Okay.
Yeah. But I haven't done it in years, so I'd have to practice. But I could do it.
I imagine the witches in the rainforest from 1,000 years ago meeting together. Did we have a battle against them?
That's funny.
We initiate a battle!
So I wouldn't say like they dance and we dance, but maybe there's like this top skip of it, where they dance and we go down a little further down the street and we dance.
Are we supposed to tell other people, or is it like a secret? Because it feels very like official business.
Yeah.
We're here right now.
Right.
We need to take a vote
Secret
of witches.
After our dance practice, we found ourselves stopping at the Mystic Fair, where witches from other lands brought costumes from their magical trunks, and we got to look through and pick out some of the most perfect things for our witches ensemble.
Beautiful. I'm really hoping to find some really mystical things there.
All right.
What are you hoping to find? Some things that will enhance the magic. Immediately found my spirit animal, a dragon.
I create lots of beautiful creations and I do lots of beautiful healing work for people. And so here's my art and my earrings. Yeah, aren't they gorgeous? Yeah. And I'm listening really intent. But yeah, the magic boxes are super sweet little handcrafted with, they all have a different feeling to them. And they make you happy when you see them. The magic part is that they just make you feel good. They take you to your heart, and then whatever you want to keep in them that's special to you is what you keep in them.
I was very mystified by the mystic market. I bought a lot of things, and the most special of which is my new friend Spark.
Reading, the teacup reading, I think is very old if you think in England. So tea would come from China. I think that's where it originated, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's very unusual and interesting.
And what do you do? How do you get the reading?
So they're going to look inside your cup after you finished with the tea. They're going to swirl it around, turn it upside down, turn it back, and then they'll look at the shapes of the leaves and those the shapes of the leaves.
Okay, well let's go see.
Go see.
I had the tea leaves read, and I asked, how would we do in our witches' dance? She said that we would do well.
Lorna's feedback to the witch dancers at the casting call was that they need to go get in touch with their inner witches. The best way that I personally get in touch with my inner witch is coming out into nature and exploring and finding things that can be used for spell ingredients. After all, none of us witches are buying ingredients on Amazon. We have to go get them ourselves. So I invited some of the other potential witch dancers to come out for a foraging hike for spell ingredients.
We were out today exploring on our adventures, and we've found ourselves a woolly mammoth bone. And from this, we will be able to grind this and make lots of amazing potions.
So I'm learning about this new spell about summoning the darkness, and I found some black moss, and I heard that this is really good to use. So we're gonna bring just little tiny specks of it.
We're here in the forest foraging from some herbal medicine potions, but I just noticed the trees are falling down in a very unusual way, and I wonder if it was a recent storm tornado we just had a couple months ago. Have you ever seen a tree fall this way? I don't understand how it went that way.
I'm collecting ingredients for a spell I've researched on attaining eternal beauty.
Is this another trail?
Yeah.
We just wandered onto a different trail.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's a sign that our friend the Blair Witch was here not too long ago.
This is very, very unusual, and it looks like just like the cloth of an elf. Look at the hand shape. And if you keep following the next one, it's going even higher and higher, climbing up the tree.
I've found a colonial gravestone. One common spell ingredient is etching dust from gravestones. The older, the better. This one will be extremely powerful.
We're gonna find ourselves some newts for our Eye of Newt potion.
I didn't find any yet.
Nope.
Little fast little buggers.
Nope. Got a beetle.
Maybe.
Over here. Nope. Nope.
I'm hoping the familiars will come over and help us, but...
Can you tell me where you source your spell ingredients?
Most of my ingredients I get from the forest. Occasionally I will steal a few from people's gardens or sometimes from people's bodies.
What doesn't belong will fall away. What does belong will stay. What doesn't belong will fall away. What does belong will
Do you guys ever worry that your familiars are reaching like an expiration date?
Oh, I remember seeing a renewal spell about this.
Really?
Yes, I've seen this somewhere. There's a renewal spell. That might have been for my washing machine.
I wonder if this is edible. I'm going to take this for a sample.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. You have to look for it.
Maria! What happened? Oh no.
Hello?
We'll have to take her to Lorna.
All right, let's go. Right down the hill. 1, 2, 3. Hey.
There's a song that you use, and what do the lyrics mean in this song?
The man who wrote the music is a German musician, actually primarily a kind of a heavy hard rock type of music. So this style that he did was quite different. And there's one line in it that is what people have gotten to know is skittle dein Speck, which means shake your bacon.
Oh, I don't really know the lyrics, but I certainly feel the beat and the it just has this really great feeling to it. Like, and every time you hear it, it's fun all over again. Like, I heard it so many times last year, but every time it's like, oh, and it just gets fun. It's just a fun song.
I wish they let my kind do magic.
I would do the warlock dance, 100%. Yeah.
Perfect example of why you should take a wand safety course. If you use it incorrectly, a wand could ignite spontaneously.
So everybody's been talking about my beautiful tattoos here, and I guess I'll show them off because obviously I'm the main star of this group. Watch this dance move.
Is it a kitchen witch or a garden witch?
I would think I'm a mixture of those.
That might be a living room witch.
I don't remember the name of that type of witch, but there is literally one that's just like more of a common day witch.
I'm a problem solver. I like fixing things.
Aren't you like a car witch?
So we're practicing in the street, and this lady felt bad for us and came by and said she would choreograph for us.
I have been a professional choreographer for, give or take, the last 3,500 years.
Welcome to your first rehearsal. Let's get started. All the way up to go down. So it's a very wide stance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2.
Yes, the choreography for the dance is quite complex. Without giving all of the secrets away, there are some push turns, some pivot turns, some ball changes, some shallow and deep movement. There is some fire and some blood, sweat, and tears. For me, being a creative genius, the most difficult part is probably trying to outdo my latest creative genius creation that I have made over the last several hundred years.
And the key is that you're using your back foot, right, your back leg to help you. So this foot, the further away it is, the harder it is. You can have it all the way up here. Right, that's super easy. If you start from a lunge, it's the easiest place to go. You have all of these places to push off. It's about trusting yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the ass down.
Lower yourself slowly.
Ass is way too high.
So you don't touch face. Right? Any questions?
How many more times do we get to practice this?
Then, when is Halloween?
And can I bring my cat?
The fall equinox approaches, and I have decided to host a gathering of the witches for the start of witching season. Come, familiar, let's begin our work. Familiar! We need curtains, cushions. My familiar goes by the name of Nico, a rather mundane and innocent sounding name, but that's the trickery of it. My old familiar has come to visit for the evening. She's quite old and has forgotten that she's a familiar. She thinks she's just a regular dog now.
Oh my gosh, last year was so amazing. We went up to the Crescent to do our witches dance, and what a surprise, there was a couple there getting married. A guy in his Beetlejuice tux and her in her black ball wedding gown, and all of their guests, and we came and we performed our witches dance, and everybody was so in awe.
Getting my costuming for the party. It's my hat. My inspiration for my costume, I wanted to have a handmade hat, and I want the costume to look kind of rough because I am a new witch, so I wouldn't have very polished costuming yet.
I think this party is a good chance to really get into our characters, try on our costumes, see how it feels to get back into the witchy state of mind.
Where do you fly your broom?
Wherever I want to. I mean, where do you fly yours? Sometimes I go to Hearts, I get some groceries. Sometimes I go into the inner realms. You never know.
I think I'm going to save that for the night. Many moons ago, or many full moons ago, the witches would gather in the forest, and prior to their gathering, on their walk, they would gather up magical herbs, which they would mix up in their cauldrons over the fire. And as they mixed and brewed, each witch would take their broom and rub their broom with their magical combination, which is secret just amongst us witches until today. Then they would all get naked and fly on their broomsticks or hold their broomsticks and imagine they were flying. The magical herbs would then be absorbed by the skin, and the witches would in fact take off in their minds. And this is history, folklore passed down through the ages.
On the count of 3, we fly. 1,